global business hub, and its success, its limelight, its reflection of what life should be, and what success should be, what prosperity should be, what positivity should be, is this place. So I think it's only natural that people who basically hate life and people who have no respect for progress, they have no respect for good quality of life, they'll probably feel that, this is probably one of their, best targets. But thank God that won't happen.
Can you confidently say today that Dubai and the UAE is still that global safe haven?
Well, unfortunately, sometimes, social media naturally, takes its own direction and its own toll in any situation. I want to tell you something more. I want to tell you that if you were to look and study the trajectory of UAE policies, you will see consistency, you will see sustainability, you will see wisdom, you will see stability, fair, for one purpose, to create an incredible life for the people who live here. And that, you cannot build this over 1 year, 2 years. It took us over 40 years for the leadership to establish this. Therefore, that you can never take away. What makes it more interesting is that we know that this country has great infrastructure, great business regulation, great healthcare, education, tourism hub, all that. And we know that we are safe. But also the past days have proven that we are really safe. So to answer you, I promise you, what happened will only strengthen what this country is all about.
Expand on that for me.
Which means that if you think that we have good education system and good healthcare system and the rest of it, now you know that we are really safe country. As you rightly asked me, that why so much attack? But then I say, what an amazing safety systems we have in place.
So how much of the capital that came to the UAE during COVID and after Ukraine is now looking for an exit?
See, if you were to look at the past 2 years, just look at our business, the real estate business alone, we had an increase of almost 70% in 2023. We had 40% in 2024. We have another 40% in 2025. So if you look at these 3 years, and we do about $25 million of volume every year. We do big volume. So look at these numbers. So all I'm trying to tell you is that, first of all, it's too early to answer, but I want you to go back and look at the volume of increase that have taken place. And that volume of increase does not come out of the blue. And success, it doesn't happen by luck. Because of years of great policies and so forth, and stability and confidence and fairness that exists in this country, and especially policies of dealing with COVID, for example, that really have pushed this tremendous belief, I don't want to say growth, but a tremendous belief in this country and what the future holds. So therefore, let's be honest that, okay, it's a quite an interesting and challenging situation. Smart capital understand that a country like this, with all these principles and stable leadership and the safety that it has shown that it can deliver, right? Because even a person like me, I don't know much about our military services, but I am like over the moon with these capabilities, right? And I'm so happy for the safety for everybody, but I'm also so grateful for a leadership. For you to be this safe, you have to plan way ahead. And I think people with true capital, they understand this, they appreciate this, and they will double down on investing in UAE.
Talk to me about the impact for the property market. Are you concerned?
No, I'm not concerned, for a reason that myself, I'm looking for one building, one apartment overlooking the sea that I didn't buy in. And the past 2 days I've been looking And it seemed like nobody wanted to budge, nobody wanted to give a discount. Truly, this is a true situation. I'll show you later. But no, I'm not concerned at all. As I told you, we've been growing 70, 40, 30% a year. And again, I mean, a situation like this, there could be a bit of cool down, but I really don't see any. I don't see any issues. Plus, remember, our real estate business is not built on bank borrowing. Bank borrowing is very restricted in this market. Consumer confidence will be shaken a little bit, but as I said, the policies of this country bring your confidence back so fast. I know my business well. I know the banking, I know the business environment because I operate in multi-industries. I think the principles of doing business really in the countries are really incredible. The banking system is so strict, amazing discipline, government policies, they're just getting better and better. I have no concerns.
So this 15% correction is unrealistic, you're saying?
In my opinion, the way I look at my business, and listen, I look at so much data, I think it's very unrealistic.
There's a lot of supply coming online though.
And there's a huge demand that's coming in. And I said this, I think a year ago, and I said that the supply that's coming in the 26, into 27, it will be good for the market. Why? Because we are not here going back to UAE long-term planning, yeah? We are not here for the short run. We are here for a long time to do business. Therefore, we think that jacking up prices too high doesn't benefit anybody. We've seen this before. Moves up, goes down. I'm in the mid-up market that goes up every year by 5%, 6%. Therefore, I really believe that there's so much, thank God, there's so much demand for development in the UAE, especially in Dubai, that I really believe that 2026 supply and 27 supply, I think it would be good news for the market, so the market can cool down a little bit. We don't want rental to be too high. We don't want property prices to be too high. I think it's against economic progress because I guess real estate values contribute to almost 52% of inflation. So I really genuinely mean it, is that developers are making enough money with these prices. We should not shoot too high. So I'm in favor of the supply because I don't also want investors and people who come here for their jobs to really feel that the city is too expensive. And this is really what I hear from policymakers as well. And I'm very confident in this. I'm not saying this because I'm a developer, but I'm very confident that I don't want prices to go up too high. I want stability. I want long-term, but a bit of adjustment that the supply comes in and ease pressure on prices and on demand. I think it's good for the city. Let's assume if I would like to see rental at this level, I'm happy with the rental at this level. I'm happy with property prices at this level. I don't want them to go beyond this level. Everybody's making enough money, but let's not be very too stingy. I think it's stable enough. And the good news is that if you were to compare prices per square feet or square meter, average price in Dubai for rental or to buy a home, a villa or an apartment, and benchmark it against global numbers, the numbers is very sweet. We should stay in this territory. Of course, there'll be inflation. We'll move upward when inflation, takes an effect.